me. The first thing in our life that God wants us to do is die to ourselves. That's that death in the equation. What does that mean? Well, I sat back and I was really thinking about everything that death means. Death means the end of something. It's a finality. It's a word that a lot of people are afraid of. When you work in a hospital, the last thing a person want to hear is that their loved one has died. Because that means that they no longer have that opportunity to spend any more time with that person. It means that at that time when the doctors come in and they pronounce that person can no longer hear you. And so what you're looking at now, you're looking at a shell. You're looking at a body laying there empty with no spirit. That's what death is. The death I am talking about is a spiritual death. And you still have the same components. You still have the emptiness inside. You still have the wanting to be loved. You still have the hurt. You still have the confusion. You still have all these things that will tie you down. And what it does is it kills you softly. It kills you, and you will sit back and you act like it really does not bother you, but on the inside, it is tearing you down. On the inside, you know that you don't want to live that type of lifestyle anymore. On the inside, you know that you were raised better than that. On the inside, you know that there is a Jesus Christ who said he came to love us. Read it back again. He said to them, as for you, you were dead in your transgressions and sins in which you used to live when you followed the ways of the world. We follow the ways of the world by many different things. We follow the ways of the world by getting high. We follow the ways of the world by getting out there getting drunk. We follow the ways of the world by cussing each other out. We follow the ways of the world by talking about one another. We follow the ways of the world by just not loving one another. But he said, but when you come into me, the first thing you have to do is you have to die to that. Whew. How can you die to something that has been in you for so long? We have to make sure that the things that we used to do, we're not doing anymore. We have to next at that, it's the equation, an element affecting your process. So the next thing you have to have is determination. That once you get rid of these things and you're asking God to help you to remove these things in your life, you have to be determined, not to go back. You have to be determined not to be deterred. Because Satan is coming to steal, kill, and destroy. He's coming to take everything that you have. He said, I need you to continue to walk that path. I need you to continue to be in me. I need you to continue to know that I am here for you. I need you to know that as long as you are walking this straight and narrow path, yes, Satan said he's going to come to steal, kill, and destroy, but God has already overtaken that by his son. His son was sitting down here for us. For this equation, he was sitting down here just with a purpose to die for our sins. Because God already knew that we could not do it by ourselves. So he sent his son to come and die for us. And then he was raised again. And then when he raised up from the dead, he said, all power is in my hand. And that power I give unto you. He gave that same power to us as Christians to be determined. We're determined to do something. He said, guess what? Don't look back. Continue to look forward. Continue to keep your eyes on Jesus Christ. He said, and when you do these things, he said, that's when you receive your deliverance. We are delivered because we have turned away from the things that we used to do, the things we used to say, the places we used to go, the people we used to see. It is time for us to continue to ask God to help us, to ask him in this equation to please to help us, to keep us strong. Because in this equation, I said death plus determination equals deliverance.